Learn how to take great photos of waterfalls. I want to take pictures of waterfalls that look soft and fantastical. I'm sure there are many people who feel the same way. In this article, we'll explain in an easy-to-understand way, even for beginners, the photography technique of controlling the shutter speed to capture smooth images of waterfalls. I have also explained this content on my blog, so if you would like to take a closer look, I have included the URL of the blog in the description, so please check it out. Here are 2 recommended items. First, to completely prevent camera shake when taking a picture, use a tripod. With long exposures, even the slightest bit of camera shake can ruin your shot. Using a stable tripod will help prevent camera shake and give you a still image, even if you leave the shutter open for several seconds. Secondly, I recommend using a variable ND filter. In daylight, opening the shutter for more than 1 second will result in overexposure, so we recommend using an ND filter to control the amount of light. A variable ND filter allows you to freely adjust the density, so you can easily control the exposure to suit the shooting conditions. Shutter speed is key when photographing waterfalls. A photo that captures the smooth waterfall water. That dreamy atmosphere is actually created by the shutter speed setting. Change the impression with shutter speed. Fast shutter speed, e.g. 1/1000th of a second, creates a sharp and powerful image, as if freezing each individual drop of water. A slow shutter speed, e.g. 1 to 2 seconds. The soft, flowing water creates a dreamy and gentle atmosphere. The key to photographing waterfalls is a slow shutter speed. If you want to make the flow of water look soft, we recommend setting the shutter speed to about 1 to 2 seconds. If the shutter speed is too long, it can cause overexposure, so adjust it while keeping an eye on the brightness. Just by changing the shutter speed, the impression you get of the waterfall can change completely. Try different shutter speeds to suit the weather and the atmosphere you want to capture. Set to M mode. If you want to capture the flow of a waterfall just the way you want it, we recommend M mode, manual mode, which lets you adjust all of the camera's settings yourself. In M mode, you can set the shutter speed, f-stop, and ISO sensitivity to your liking, giving you precise control over the brightness of your photo and the expression of the flowing water. Set the dial to M mode. First, set the shutter speed to 2 seconds. The key to capturing a soft, smooth shot of waterfall water is to set the shutter speed to around 2 seconds. This will make the water flow look like silk, creating a dreamy atmosphere. If you use a variable ND filter, you can achieve the correct exposure even in 2 seconds. In bright daylight environments, setting the shutter to 2 seconds will let in too much light, but by using an ND filter you can use a slow shutter speed while adjusting the amount of light, allowing you to shoot at just the right brightness. Tips for changing shutter speed. If it's too bright, make the ND filter darker, turn the dial. You can maintain the shutter speed while preventing overexposure. Conversely, in dark places, you can dilute or remove the ND filter to let in only the amount of light you need and prevent it from becoming too dark. If you want to change the way the water looks, try adjusting the SS and see the difference. Find the optimal length to match the force and atmosphere of the waterfall. Turn the front dial to set the shutter speed to 2 seconds. Set f value to 8. When photographing waterfalls, you often want to capture not only the flow of the water, but also the texture of the rocks and trees in the background. In such cases, it's important to set the f-stop aperture. The reason we recommend f8 is that it makes it easy to focus on the entire landscape, and it's the ideal f-number for taking sharp photos without being too blurry. In addition, the depth of field is deeper than at full aperture, such as f1.8. So you can shoot with well-balanced focus from the foreground to the background. Turn the dial on the back of the camera to set the f-stop to 8. Set ISO to 100. When capturing scenes where you want to capture every detail, such as waterfalls and landscapes, it's important to take photos without compromising image quality as much as possible. So you need to be mindful of the ISO speed setting. ISO sensitivity is the sensitivity of a camera to light. The higher the number, the more you can take pictures in dark places, but the more likely it is that noise graininess will increase. Tippen Sie auf den Bildschirm ISO und setzen Sie ISO auf 100. How to adjust settings when a photo is too bright or too dark. With long exposure, even small changes in settings can have a big impact on the brightness of the photo, so it's a good idea to know some tips on how to make adjustments. Review the settings in the following order. If it's too bright, first lower the ISO sensitivity. Next, increase the f-stop. Finally, set the variable filter to a darker setting. If it's too dark, 1. Adjust the variable filter to be brighter or remove it. 2. Lower the f-stop. 3. Increase the ISO speed. Taking pictures with the self-timer. This will help prevent blurring by avoiding the vibrations that occur after pressing the shutter button. We recommend setting the timer to 2 to 5 seconds. Press the left cross key to select self-timer. Summary. We've shown you how to take great photos of waterfalls. Take the information we've just explained into account and adjust the values to find the best results. We also publish camera settings for different scenes, so please subscribe to our channel. See you next time.